Yeah, hello guys. Thank you for coming to my channel. And this is your guy Bright, and I'm very happy to meet you today. It has been a while that you've not been hearing from me, and the reason is very obvious. It's all because of for the just ended election that went on back home in Ghana, and I was glued to my television set as well as my laptop, listening to the ongoing election processes and then how things were going on. Thank God that it has come to an end. The die has cast, and the winners have been pronounced and declared. And as a citizen, not only for the country, but as well as a citizen for the whole entire world, I think I have some reservations and some comments that I'll be giving out just because of the election that went on. I know, as far as I am concerned, I know Ghana is a beacon of hope and peace, and sometimes it makes me very proud whenever uh, I just introduce myself to other people that actually I'm from Ghana, and most people outside Ghana also have heard the name of Ghana because of past leaders like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Dr. K. Buzia, Kofi Annan, and other leaders that has put the country's name on the map. And really makes me very proud. And as far as the election is concerned, I generally I can consider it as good and not the best, not best if I can put it in that way. But hey, anyway, elections have never been perfect in anywhere in the world. But I have some reservations and some opinions about those elections that are the election that has been held. For example, there's one constituent called Odududiodo. This constituent has been notoriously been famous for its thuggery and hoodlum activities whenever such activities have been held in this constituent. I even heard from the news that one of the candidates was arrested and detained for a while, even though he was later released. I'm really begging of the authorities, the security apparatus in Ghana, to try to curtail and curb these unfortunate incidents that happened in Odiodo. Because this has been going on for a very long time, and I'm very, very aware of that. Such unfortunate incidents also happen in some other places, some skirmishes, and including death of about 5 people by shooting through shootings or whatever. But this is one thing that I am very concerned about because those victims, those who died, how the bereaved family are going to cope with. You know, their husbands, the brothers and uncles, and family members, beloved family members as well. And you'll be hearing that my brother or my husband is going out to cast his vote. And then later on, what you hear is he went and did not come back anymore. I think this should have been avoided. So I'm begging the security forces as well because you know what? I know the stubbornness of those victims, this kind of people, but somehow, sometimes we should be very empathetic because no life should be taken for granted. You know, these are a very sad and very unfortunate incident that really occur, and I'm begging of authorities not to let such incidents to happen again. And I'm also really concerned about some of the rejected ballots that were being pronounced. Thousands of rejected ballots were being pronounced. I've been following the Ghana election procedure since about a month ago. And what I've been hearing was there were a lot of, introductory advertisements going on television sets as to how to vote to your favorite candidate that you may like. And I don't see this as very complicated. What I seen as far as I am concerned that I know is you will see those pictures being printed on the ballot papers, and in front of the pictures there is a vacuum. There is a box as a vacuum that just only you put your thumbprint on the indelible ink, and then you print just beside the picture, and which is not all that complicated, but unfortunately some did not adhere to all these directives and instructions, and they printed it on the wrong path, and it was not counted, and it was considered rejected. You see, one thing that I'm also really concerned about it is how can you wake up early in the morning, dawn, maybe 2 a.m., 3 a.m., to join a queue until 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock, and then by taking all this problem upon yourselves, and then you'll be thumbprinting on the wrong side of the paper. I really don't fathom that some people can intentionally wake up as early as that possible to go and then mess things up just like that. So all this, I think we all need education, more education, so that things of that nature should not occur again. And like I said, generally, if I'm considering the process of the election, I can give it a thumbs up, especially the electoral commissioner. The electoral commissioner, he did a yeoman's job. He did it systematically and meticulously, from the polling station to the constituent level, from the constituent level and then to the regional level, and then they collated from the regional level with all the representatives of the participants present with their signatures as well, and then after that signature, and then it will be sent to the National Collation Center, which is under the Electoral Commissioner, and then that is where the the final pronouncement will take place. I think, I would say it was a very good job, but there are some skirmishes and some widespread discrepancies that happen in some other areas that need to be addressed, and need to be worked with. Hypothetically, I can tell you that even though I did not take part of the electoral system or the electoral process that went on, because I am not back at home, but I was being updated by my family members, my friends, and my colleagues of how the election were going on, not only by listening from the television or from my news media or the news media or whatever, but I was also being updated, and I can be proud. I can't be proud of you guys back home. To the winners, I would like to say congratulations to each and every one of you. You did a very hard work. The people accepted you. They spoke with their thumbs printing in front of you, even though there were 11 other participants, contenders who were on the ballot paper, but they chose you to be their winner, to lead to the next 4 years. My advice is to you is to not to relax, and being pampered or swollen-headed that like, oh, they voted for me, so now I have the 4 years in front of me. I have the will and the right to do whatever I want, because those people that voted you in can vote you out as well. So bear that in mind, that you need to work hard so that they can still be keeping on recognizing you, and you'll get more impact as far as your voting numbers is concerned. It will get increased. It will get appreciated. That your work has been appreciated. So it will keep on going up, so that you keep on winning and winning. Nobody wants to be a loser. I don't want to, you neither. So we all want to be winners. So if that has happened to you, I would say congratulations, because it is because of your hard work and your diligent approach that has made you to become a winner. And the losers, this is not the end of it all. We still have some more to come. There's going to be even more competitive activities coming ahead of you. And what has happened today as being a loser will be a time of the past. It will be just a history. You'll be talking of it and be laughing with your friends and colleagues that when this happened, I thought that was the end of it. But what I've achieved today is more beyond what has happened, what did happen some years back. So what I would like to tell you is that I will advise you to go back to your drawing board, sit down, and then think of what went wrong. I know definitely something went wrong, and you can acknowledge. It's only you that can acknowledge it, and you can rectify it and make sure that those wrongdoings will never happen again. If you were lazy, the only thing is to be opposite it, to do contrary, to be lazy. You have to be hardworking and to be able to approach people and be very on humanitarian grounds, be very friendly, and be very present in their midst, so that they can acknowledge you next time when such voting also okay or happens, because this is not the end of it all. And to those my fellow citizens back home, I would also like to say thank you very much, because even though election, there's it's very competitive. Elections are very, very competitive. Cannot be compared to any other competitive activity in the world. When it comes to elections, there are many people who have sponsored, who have donated, who have spent, they spend, their time, their energy, spiritual, physical, and mentally. They were all drained out just to become victorious. But unfortunately, what has happened is by God's will. It's not according to our will. We do not, our will is not being ascertained and cannot be sustained. It's only God's will that we should all accept it. So I would like to for my compatriots and my citizens, my other citizens, my comrades, my family members, my friends, I would also like to say thank you very much for having such an ample time, leaving all what is necessary for you aside, and then joining the queue for those hours, and as well as having patience as well, because even at all, by declaring the winner also is also a nail-biting, issue. So, but you took all this in your stride and were able to wait patiently until the winner has been declared. So I would like to say thank you very much, and thank you for our country, our dear country, Ghana, and the whole of Africa. I wish that this election will be a lesson to other countries to follow up, so that anytime such election happens, they will use our election to be a lesson to learn, so that they can follow up just like that. Until we meet again, I would like to say thank you. But until I say thank you, I'd like you to subscribe and then press the notification bell, so that any time that I upload any content, you'll be notified. Thank you very much, and God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye.